meant when we said that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, they were not the same. Donald Trump just revoked the Civil Rights Act of 1965. This is the act that protected Black people, brown people, LGBTQIA plus people, marginalized groups from being discriminated against when trying to get employment. It helped to ensure that everyone had an equal opportunity of getting employment.
So what this lady is talking about, the Civil Rights Act from 1965. So she automatically discredits herself when she goes to the Black and brown and LGBTQ marginalized, using all of these buzzwords, hype words, whatever, those type of things. Now, I don't see it as a bad thing. To me, that means that if I don't think what she's saying is true, number one, I don't think that's the case. But let's just say it is true. Prior to 1965, Black folks were married at a rate of 80%, right? So 8 out of 10 Black women were married to a Black man. What relevance does that have? That means we had Black families. Capitalize on that. There were Black communities. Capitalize on that. There was Black businesses. Overall, what does that mean? Black folks were doing what every other group does. They were working together. Why do you think there's a Chinatown in every big city that you go to? Because those people work together. It's just an example. No one's going to give you anything. So I don't know why act like a victim and you're waiting for someone to give you something. You know who's going to give you something? You. You're going to give yourself something by going out there, doing the work, getting things done, and you know what? I guarantee you'll get a return. You get a return on the work that you do. You can't be responsible for everybody. Now, I do think we still gotta come to some type of accord as a group of Black people. We gotta work together, just like every other group does. Because they talk about this white privilege thing, white supremacy thing. I don't think anybody is superior to me. No. You're not superior to me. I'm a child of God, just like anybody else. So no one is superior to me. But if you choose to lean into that way of thinking, well, you're gonna have problems for the rest of your life. No one's superior to me, just like I'm not superior to anybody. We are all, every single one of us, we are all a child of God. Read your Bible, right? So let's see what else this lady has to say.
Everyone being Black and brown people, members of the LGBTQIA plus community, they couldn't discriminate against you based on your religion. Yeah, Donald Trump just revoked that. You can go out there on social media and find this article underneath Axios. Donald Trump's order directs all executive departments and agencies to terminate all discriminatory and illegal preferences, mandates, policies, programs, activities, guidance regulations, enforcement actions, consent orders, and requirements. And don't think this is just on a federal level. He took care of the private sector too. And this revocation extends out to the private sector. Quote, I further order all agencies to enforce our long-standing civil rights laws and to combat illegal private sector DEI preferences, mandates, policies, and programs. Donald Trump is quoted as saying, quote, the federal government is charged with enforcing our civil rights laws. The purpose of this order is to ensure that it does so by ending illegal preferences and discriminations, end quote. Illegal preferences and discriminations is, it ties along the lines of they believe that white people are being discriminated against, and they believe black and brown people, gay people are illegally getting a leg up over them. When they say,
well, that's kind of what it is. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, just by design, it's supposed to include everyone, but just by design, it excludes white folks. Now, I'm not coming to the rescue of white folks or anything like that, but let's just think about this. Do you want a job because you're qualified to have that job? Or do you want a job just because you are of a certain ethnicity? Hopefully, you will want a job because you're qualified for that job. I've done whatever it is previous to applying for this job. So I have the credentials, I have the experience, I have the merits that's going to qualify me for this job. If that's not the case, it is just charity. You're just giving me this job because of what I identify as, the color of my skin, this, that, and the other. My perspective, keep it. I don't need it. Nope. You're going to give me this job because I qualify for this job. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve this job. I qualify. I check the boxes of whatever it is that you need at that particular time for this particular position. Don't give me this just because I'm black or brown or LGBTQ, who I sleep with, this, that, and the other. No. That's an insult, in my opinion. If you give me a job just because of the color of my skin, that's an insult. You give me a job just because of who I sleep with, LGBTQ, that's an insult. And you're talking about marginalized communities and all of this type of stuff. That's called victim speak. It's victim speak. In these United States today, anything you want to do, you can just go do it. If you just choose to sit on the couch and do nothing, well, you're going to get the results of that. But I tell you what, if you go out here and you want to get it, you can go get it. There's nothing stopping you. The color of your skin, how you identify, who you sleep with, LGBT. No, that's not going to stop you.
Illegal discrimination, they're not talking about you, black and brown people. They're talking about them. Donald Trump's order goes further to say orders federal agencies to compile lists of public companies, universities, and large foundations for investigations and possible civil action over their DEI programs. If you did not vote in the 2024 election, if you voted third party in the 2024 election, if you voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 election, if you encouraged other people to not vote or to vote third party or to vote for Donald Trump in the 2024 election, you did this. You did this. I don't care how fucking small you think your community is. I don't think how fucking small you think your platform is. Your voice, your actions resonated with a lot of people to head out to the polls or to not vote at all. Your actions contributed to this.
Miss Ma'am, you are solely misguided. You are solely misguided. You seem like a smart lady. Don't go down this road. Don't go down this road, cause what you're talking about is just not true. You know, I would love to have a conversation with you. You can email me. It's the letter B, WIN 34 at gmail.com. I would love to have a conversation with you because I think, you know, besides your little potty mouth, I think I can probably make you see the other side of this thing, because what you're talking about, first of all, it doesn't make sense. Second of all, it's not true. And then me and you together, we can probably get other people to come back to reality. We can get people to come back to reality, and let's make some progress to see what is really going on. Because what you're talking about, no. That's not it. That's really not it. So if you're on Facebook, like the video. Go to YouTube, Mr. Info 5000. Peace.